ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
अर्जुन उवाच स्थाने हृषीकेश तव प्रकीर्त्या जगत्प्रहृष्यत्यनुरज्यते च रक्षांसि भीतानि दिशो द्रवन्ति सर्वे नमस्यन्ति च सिद्धसङ्घाः कस्माच्च तेन मेरन्महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणोऽप्याधिकर्त्रे अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवास त्वमक्षरं सदसत्तत्परं यत् त्वमादिदेवः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् एतासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप वायुर्यमोऽग्निर्वरुणश्च शङ्खः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्तेऽस्तु सहस्रकृत्वः पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते नमः पुरस्तादथ पृष्ठतस्ते नमोऽस्तु ते सर्वत एव सर्व अनन्तवीर्यामितविक्रमस्त्वं सर्वं समाप्नोषि ततोऽसि सर्वः सखेति मत्वा प्रसभं यदुक्तम् हे कृष्ण हे यादव हे सखेति अजानता महिमानं तवेदं मया प्रमादात् प्रणयेन वापि यच्छावहासार्थमसत्कृतोऽसि विहारशय्यासनभोजनेषु एकोऽथवाप्यच्युत तत्समक्षम् तक्षामये त्वामहमप्रमेयम् पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यश्च गुरुर्गरीयान् न त्वत्समोऽस्त्यभ्यधिकः कुतोऽन्यः लोकत्रयेऽप्यप्रतिमप्रभाव तस्मात् प्रणम्य प्रणिधाय कायम् प्रसादये त्वामहमीशमीड्यम् पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रियः प्रियायार्हसि देव सोढुम् अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपम् प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास।
Clarifications from last sessions. Amit. What is the difference between Vedic and Puranic God? Is Shiva a Puranic God or Vedic God? What about Vishnu? So could we say avatars are Puranic gods? Amit. In the Vedas, the concept of God is very different. In the Puranas, the concept of God is very different. So first we have to have a clarity on what do they mean by the word God. In the Puranas, the concept of God is different. In the Vedas, the concept of God is different. In the Puranas, a particular deity will be taken and told as God. In the Vedas, a particular deity will not be taken and told you as God. All that is beneficial to you, everything that is part and part of creation will have a God. Again, I repeat that we have lost touch with the Vedic way of doing things. We are more acquainted with the Puranic stories only. And any criticism about it doesn't come from Vedas. It's about the Puranas. Because Puranas talk about a God. Vedas will not talk about a God. If they talk about a God, that God is Nirguna Brahman, attributeless Brahman. So the Puranas talks about Shiva. You go to Shiva Purana, Shiva will be the biggest one in that, and Vishnu will be prostrating to Shiva. You go to Vishnu Purana, Vishnu will be greatest and Shiva will be prostrating to Vishnu. Then you have a fight now. Now you have a conflict. Who should you, who is superior, Shiva or Vishnu? And then suddenly goddess will come from somewhere, goddess will come. And suddenly Hanuman will come from somewhere. Suddenly some other god will come from. So beyond a point, you will not know what to do with this kind of a deity as an ultimate god. So Vedic God means all that is beneficial to you, everything in nature will have a corresponding deity. That is a Vedic thing. So is Shiva, Vishnu. Shiva means auspiciousness. Shiva doesn't mean Lord Shiva in the way that we think, in the Vedic meaning. Anything that is auspicious will be called as Shivam. Vishnu in the sense of pervading. That's all. Vishnu not in the sense of Chaturpuja Vishnu that we think now. So what we have to understand in the context of Bhagavad Gita is they talk a lot about that gods. They don't have any reference to the gods that we are worshipping now. Therefore, whenever we study Vedas, Vedanta, we don't take the Puranic gods as the ultimate gods. We take the Puranic gods as a symbolic representative of the Supreme Brahman. That's how we interpret them. So Puranic gods have two interpretations. One interpretation is what we give in this classroom. In this classroom, we give the interpretation of Lord Shiva as a symbolic representative of the all-pervading Brahman. Vishnu is a symbolic representative of the all-pervading Brahman. Puranic language will not support this interpretation. Puranic language will say, you are coming and putting your own words into my mouth. I am saying Lord Shiva is the ultimate. I am saying Chaturpuja Vishnu is the ultimate. So there is a difference. In this classroom, we don't take those gods as ultimate. We take them as symbolic representatives. Is it clear, Amit? We don't mix it up like that. Next clarification.
Thank you.
Yeah. How does Mala? How does the rituals done to the ancestors go to them? Anyway, they get according to what they had done during their lives. So, how does the ritual done by their sons help for them? How does it help the son themselves? Question. How does the rituals done to the ancestors go to them? Anyway, they get according to what they have done during their lives. So how does the ritual done by their sons help to them? How does it help the son themselves? It's a separate subject by itself, which I will try to cover in a very short, quick form. I'll try to cover. Divide life into two parts fundamentally. Divide life into two aspects, drishta and adrishta. That which is perceivable and knowable through the senses, and that which cannot be perceived and known through the other senses. When I say senses means mind and intellect also we categorize as senses. Because mind and intellect is called internal senses. The five Jnanendriyas are outer, mind and intellect is inner. Therefore, we fundamentally divide life into two. That which is known through the senses, mind intellect combination, and then which is distinct and different from that. Technically, the first one is called drishta, the second one is called adrishta. I have said it any number of times. Adrishta as in today luck. In this classroom, we don't use adrishta as in luck. Adrishta means that which is beyond the comprehension of all the senses put together. The Jnanendriyas, the mind, intellect, etc. This fundamental understanding is very, very clear. Must be clear. So we divide life into two, drishta and adrishta. You follow? Again, this drishta is divided into two, subjective and objective. Again, the drishta is divided into two. In adrishta, no such division is possible. There is only one thing. I'm coming to it later. Again, the drishta is divided into two, subjective and objective. In a human being, brain is objective. Love is? Huh? In a human being, brain is subjective or objective? Objective, because MRI machine can tell you what is there, isn't it? In that MRI machine, does the intensity of your love is revealed? Your heart can be picturized. Your heart can be dissected. When the heart is dissected, does the intensity of your kama, krodha, lobha, the mada, matsarya, bhaya, dvesha, is all that is seen clearly in that? It means in the drishta there are two, that which is subjective and that which is objective. Now, the subject matter of science is objective. The subject matter of science is objective. Now, science cannot accept a few things as subjective. What are the few things the science will not accept as subjective? Love is nothing but play of hormones, chemicals, that's all. There is no such big thing about love, gratitude, sacrifice. All this has no meaning. Change the chemistry in the brain, suddenly you will feel grateful. Change the chemistry in the brain, suddenly you will feel loving. Change the chemistry in the brain, suddenly you will feel. That's how the science describes it. Subjectively, you understand it is much higher than that. Are you able to follow? Subjectively, you understand it is much, much higher than that. Therefore, clarity in life is what? Divide life into drishta and adrishta first. In the drishta, there are these two, subjective and objective. Then comes the distinct and different subject of life, which is adrishta. Adrishta means that which cannot be known through the jnanendriyas and the mind and intellect. That which is not known through the jnanendriyas, mind and intellect is adrishta by nature. Then through what it is known? then through what it is known? If senses cannot know, mind and intellect cannot know, then through what it is known? Because we cannot go beyond instrumental thinking, we started calling it as Jnana Chakshu, the third eye, different eye. We started calling it as third eye, Divya Chakshu, Jnana Chakshu, etc. Why? Because we cannot think of anything beyond instruments. Therefore, what we did for Adrishta, we brought in the different instrument. What is it? Jnana Chakshu. Through that Jnana Chakshu, the Adrishta aspect of life got revealed to a few. Through that Jnana Chakshu, the Adrishta aspect of life got revealed to a few, and whatever was revealed to them, they communicated to us in the form of words. What they communicated to us in the form of words, which is Adrishta, which they saw through Jnana Chakshu. What is that group of words called? Vedas, Shastra. That is called Vedas, that is called Shastra. Therefore, what is Vedas? A group of words. That group of words is not like the words that describe love. That group of words is not like how it describes the MRI scan. Are you able to follow till now? These are all basics that we should know when we enter into the study of the scriptures. When we enter into the study of the scriptures, these basic distinctions should be known. Therefore, through Jnana Chakshu, the Adrishta aspect of life got revealed to them. That which got revealed to them, they try to explain to us through the words, and that words is called scriptures, Vedas. That Vedas talks about what? That Vedas talks about a few factors. The few factors that Vedas talks about is, the first one is the law of karma, the creation. And the English word creation has a problem. Vedas doesn't use the word creation. Vedas use the word prabhava and pralaya. Prabhava and pralaya is not creation and dissolution. The word creation implies something wasn't there before and it came into existence. The word creation, the English word creation implies something wasn't there before and then it came into existence. In Vedas doesn't use the word creation like that. That's why the word creation is a problematic word. Creation implies it wasn't there, it came into existence now. Vedas call it as manifest. It comes into manifestation and unmanifestation. It is not created. It is not created. It comes into manifestation. It goes back into, so manifest and manifest. So manifestation loosely can be called as creation. The unmanifestation is called as dissolution. Therefore, first thing that the Vedas talks about is, don't think about the world as creation. One day somebody created it and one day it will get dissolved. No. It comes into manifestation. It goes into unmanifestation. It comes into manifestation. It goes into unmanifestation. This is one Adrishta aspect of life. Second Adrishta aspect of life. It's not chaos. It is an orderly manifestation. It's not a chaotic manifestation. It's an orderly manifestation. Orderly manifestation means everything comes in. Everything comes as per a law, a sequence. So it is orderly manifestation. What is that order called? That order is called the law. That order is called the law. That order is called dharma. Therefore, manifestation happens guided by dharma. So the second thing that they talk, adrishta. First adrishta enna? Creation. Second adrishta enna? Dharma. The third adrishta. What is the third adrishta? Punarjanma. Reincarnation. From where did we get the idea of reincarnation? From the Vedas only we get the idea of reincarnation. Nobody else talks about reincarnation. A scientist will laugh when you say, after death, the mind and intellect and jiva travels. He will laugh at you saying, you don't know what you are talking. This is called superstition. You got stuck in some cult, he will say. You talk to a scientist, the scientist will say, you got stuck in some cult. Because death means death of everything. You went and burnt that body. No. You went and burnt that body, and leftovers also you immersed in the ocean. No. Not only you burnt the body, leftovers also you didn't keep. You burnt the body, leftovers you immerse in the ocean, and when you come back home, no trace of that person is left there in the house. It means it's gone forever. What are you talking as punarjanma? Mind traveling, intellect traveling, another janma, jiva traveling, etc. From where do we get this punarjanma concept? The Vedas only talk about it. Are you able to follow? The fourth adrishta is Rina Siddhanta, gratitude. You are grateful, you are a receiver at birth itself. Rina Siddhanta. The fourth. Each and everything of Veda is adrishta by nature. Are you okay till now? Everybody okay till now? Because it is Vedas that talk about Punarjanma. Who becomes authority to talk about Punarjanma? Vedas only you have to go. You can't take Punarjanma from Veda and go and ask a nuclear scientist. Explain Punarjanma. You can't do that. Why? Because they are the one who told you, and you have to agree. You have to accept it within that Shastra only. Are you able to follow? The fifth one. The manifestation means what? Manifestation means what? Something is there at the core that is appearing like this. Something is there at the core, it is appearing like this. That is why when they talk about creation, they give beautiful explanations for creation. One type of creation is extracting butter from milk. It is there, but you have to do something to extract it. One type. Another type is the clay becoming the pot. Another. The third one is what? At least the third one you should say by now. Raj, what is the third one? Huh? Rope and snake. Wow. Yeah, we are all Shankaracharyas in this class. Yeah. Dharma and adalla only we will not know. This and all we will know very well, isn't it? Yeah. Creation, we know. Yeah. Yeah. Manifestation is explained in various steps. Look at the way of explanation. One way of explanation is this. Another way of explanation is this. Another way of explanation is this. And then finally it comes and tells you that there is only one thing. What is that one thing? This is the last part of the Veda. What is that? That's why the last part of the Veda is called Veda Anta. So, இதுவரைக்கும் என்னெல்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்கிறோம் வேதாந்தா I'll explain very shortly. Vedanta is the easiest to explain in life is Vedanta. That's why we all teach Vedanta. ஏன்னா you can very easy to teach, very easy to talk. None of it will work in life. இல்லையா? That's why it is so easy. இல்லையா? ஒன்றும் வேலைக்கு ஆகாத சமாச்சாரம் தான் இந்த வேதாந்தா. So till now what we have studied? லிஸ்ட் சொல்லுப்பா விஜய், ஞாபகம் வச்சிருக்கிறியா? என்னெல்லாம் லிஸ்ட் வச்சோம் இது வரைக்கும்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் அதிர்ஷ்டா. இந்த அதிர்ஷ்டால அதிர்ஷ்டா, forget drishta. I'm not discussing drishta at all. Adrishta. From life is divided into drishta and adrishta. Adrishta lend flow chart now. Jnana chakshu. அப்புறம் words, Vedas. And what does the Veda talks about? Creation, dharma, punarjanma, rina siddhanta. Creation is about various stages in which creation happens, etc. All that. Now, in the dharma comes to so many things. The combination, you will be wondering, kelvikum badilukkum enna connection, sir? He is asking about ஸ்ராத்தம் பண்ணலாமா வேணாமா. வாத்தியார் ரொம்ப படுத்தி எடுக்கிறாரு. அவருக்கு Mala's question is, Vadyar is coming and torturing me to do Shraddham. Should I do or not? Why are you talking about all these things? That's not my question. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Whatever question they ask, we will put some sense into the question and answer. Amit, most of the questions that you will ask will have no sense. So first we have to put some sense into the question and make that question look so big and then give one answer also. You understand what to do now? So what is the idalla Veda? All this is subject matter of Veda, and then finally it comes to Veda Anta. What is the Veda Anta? The starting point of Adrishta is called religion. When you move into the Adrishta aspect of life, you are entering into the dangerous, uncharted, unknown territory called religion. Again, I repeat. When you move into the Adrishta aspect of life, you are making a very bold venture. It's a very bold risk that you are taking to move into the unknown territory, uncharted territory of religion. And what is the religious conditioning? Religious conditioning says we have to travel and reach God. Religious conditioning will say you have to travel and reach God. Are you able to follow? You have to travel and reach God. At one level, they say do something, travel and reach God. At another level, it will say there is no question of reaching God because we are never away from the God. Where are you away from the God to reach Him? You are confused, sir. That's why these Vedas we don't believe at all, because Mati they keep talking. Why can't they say just one thing? Why can't they say you are God and just stay quiet? Or why can't you say God is there, reach there? Why do you have to talk both? There is no question of reaching God because there is no question of reaching God. There is no question of living with God. Because reaching God and living with God implies space-time movement. Again, it is called as movement in space, movement in time. If you have to reach God, let us say Shivaloka, Vaikuntha Loka, then the next question is what? How many kilometers do I have to travel? Space-wise. How many kilometers do I have to travel? And then they will say, this many yojanas you have to travel. And one yojana means some 450,000 kilometers. If one yojana is called 450,000 kilometers, Shivaloka will be 3,000 yojanas. Another loka is 4,000. It means 4,000 into blah, blah. That much of space you have, that much of distance you have to cover to reach. If space-wise distance is there, you have to travel. If time-wise distance is there, you have to modify, change, wait. What is time-wise change? Example, time-wise change. Space-wise change, time-wise change. What is time-wise change? What is time-wise distance? Space-wise distance, you understand. What is time-wise distance? Time-wise distance means the child becoming a youth, the youth becoming a man becoming a old man. That is time-wise change. Are you able to follow? There is no time-wise change to God. There is no space-wise distance to God. Why? Because whatsoever is there is only God. And you are that God. No. Logic and all is very good, but somewhere you are giving a fallacy and trapping us, sir. It looks like it is all very good, but somewhere there is a trap. In all these things, somewhere there is a trap. You know. Okay. This understanding requires a maturity. That maturity is not yet there because you have not followed Rina Siddhanta rightly, fully. So go back and go back and do Rina Siddhanta fully, rightly. And what is Rina Siddhanta means? You are indebted at birth. Whose birth? Your birth. If you are indebted at birth, when it will end? When it will end? At death it will end. So, gratitude should start at birth and where it should end? At death. Imagine a person who has accepted, understood this Rina Siddhanta. What will happen? That person will never claim anything as right. That person will go on asking, what is my duty? What I should do now? What I should do now? What I should do now? Are you able to follow how the mindset changes? The moment the Rina Siddhanta is understood, the person will never claim anything as my right. This is my right, that the person will not say. The person will start talking in terms of giving. In terms of giving. Gratitude means giving back. Are you able to follow? I am very grateful, sir, and I will fight for my rights, sir. I am very grateful to my husband, but I will take him to court and fight for my rights, sir. I will torture him and take away and pluck my rights from that person. Huh? How does it work like that? Are you able to follow? It doesn't work like that. Therefore, what happens now? Gratitude. Are you able to follow? Two, because it is gratitude at birth, what all you have to be grateful to? Because it is the Vedas that taught to you about gratitude, etc. See, gratitude is not a good social conduct. Remember that. Gratitude is not a moral, ethical principle for a good social conduct. Gratitude is the law of life. It's not a moral, ethical principle as in good conduct. If you are very loving, it's a good conduct. No, it's not. The gratitude is not like that. It's the law of life. That's why we call it as a Rina Siddhanta. Now, the Vedas that talks about Rina Siddhanta has told you what? To 5 distinct categories you have to be grateful to. To 5 distinct categories you have to be grateful to. What are the 5 distinct categories that you have to be grateful to? All the list we know already. What is that 5 distinct categories that we have to be grateful to? Deva, Rishi, Pitru, Manushya, Bhuta. Devas means gods. Rishi means those with Jnana Chakshu gave us this knowledge. They are called the Rishis. Rishi means one who can, that's the Rishi, one who had the Jnana Chakshu and gave us this. The third one is the Pitrus. How do you show your gratitude to the Pitrus? When they are alive, you take care of them. When they are dead and gone, how will you show your gratitude to them? How will you show your gratitude to them? That way of showing gratitude is called the ancestral ceremony, which the Vedas tells you as Mala, which the Vedas tells you as Nitya Karma. It's a Nitya Karma. That's why we always say in the Dharma Shastra things, we always say is this Panchamaha Yajna is your Nitya Karma. Who tells you that it is Nitya Karma? Vedas tells you that it is your Nitya Karma. No, sir, I don't believe in. I don't believe. Veda says, who worries about your belief? You believe, you don't believe, Lord doesn't care. This is the truth. Take it or leave it. No, I don't believe in this. It is, to me, it is sounding irrational. Okay, good. Keep it. Who cares? The law says, I don't care. Your ego will make you believe that unless things falls into your rationality, I will not do. Your ego will make you say that. Law says what? Law says we don't care. We don't care. Therefore, the Shastra that talks to you about Rina Siddhanta, that Rina Siddhanta tells you that every day you have to be grateful to your ancestors. If you don't do it every day, at least do once in fortnight. If you don't do once in fortnight, at least do once in a month. If you don't do at least once in a month, you do it once in a year. That also I will not do, sir. Okay. The knocks and shocks of life, when you go through the knocks and shocks of life, don't come and ask why. When you go through the pain, the knocks and shocks of life, don't come and ask why. Never ask this question, why? Because the law of karma is very clear. The law of karma is very clear. Therefore, the Shraddha ceremony is not a matter of belief, it's a matter of understanding Rina and the law. Are you able to follow? Now comes to the actual thing. My father is dead and gone. He is dead and gone. 5 years back, he is dead and gone. I am still alive, no? I am still alive. I am still enjoying the benefits, no? Should I not be grateful for that? How will I show my gratitude? It's called the power of sankalpa, power of thought. So, Shraddha ceremony means that which is done with Shraddha. Shraddha means sankalpa sakti, the power of thought. You do it with the power of thought. What is the sankalpa? What is the power of thought? Everybody gets what they deserve in life. That is not the only law. I can also do something to the welfare of the other, which is another law. There are two laws. One law is everybody get what they deserve. Is that the only law? That's not the only law. There is another law. What is another law? I can also do, not I can, I should. Not I can, I should. Why help another if everybody gets what they deserve? Why help another? That is my dharma. Therefore, the Shraddha ceremony becomes a part of your dharma. Because it is adrishta by nature, it is seen superstitious. Because we don't see it directly happening. Because we don't see it directly happening, all that we don't see directly happening, we started calling it as superstitions. With the eyes, you are allowed only to see a particular frequency. Superstition is to believe this is the ultimate. That is why I say we are all so-called scientific superstitionists. We are all. This kind of superstition is worse than that superstition. At least that is better. Some gratitude will happen, some punya karma will happen. Here, nothing happens. Because of what? We start looking at drishta as the proof. Ears is designed to hear only a frequency of sound. Eyes is designed only to see a frequency of light. Does it mean things don't exist beyond that, above that, below that? Yes or no? No, sir. It doesn't exist. Correct. But then it is highly superstitious to say nothing exists. Therefore, Shraddha ceremony comes from what? Comes from Rina Siddhanta. What is Rina Siddhanta? As long as my father was alive, I took care of him. Now that he is dead and gone, somewhere he will be. I still do something here for his welfare there. How it will reach, sir? How it will reach? That is called the power of sankalpa. It's called the power of sankalpa, the power of thought. It's called the power of sankalpa, the power of thought. It goes. Because we don't understand the logic and all these things, Puranas gives it in the form of a story. Puranas gives it in the form of the story. What is the story that Puranas gives? Sir, I put it in Agni, it's getting burnt in front of my eyes. How it will reach that person there? That's the problem, isn't it? Shraddha ceremony is done in Agni, in fire. You take something and put it in fire right in front of your eyes, it is burnt to ashes. What is it that is going to take it there? No. Because you don't understand this logic and reason, adrishta and all that, you don't have that clarity. I will tell you like Amar Chitra Katha story. I will tell you like Amar Chitra Katha story, I will tell you. That Amar Chitra Katha story is beautiful. Yeah. What is that Amar Chitra Katha story now? This explanation of the whole thing. Agni is called Jata Vedas. Kenopanishad. In Kenopanishad, Brahman asked Agni, who are you? What did Agni say? I am Jata Vedas. Jata Vedas means all-knower. Brahman, so there are two all-knowers now. One is Brahman, all-knower who's asking. Agni saying, I am Jata Vedas, I am another. There are two all-knowers. Sir. Now, what is Agni Jata Vedas means? Agni Jata Vedas has a different meaning. It's not Brahman. It's not Brahman. What is Agni Jata Vedas? If the blade of grass gets dried up and dies, Agni will know the next manifestation. If the mosquito gets squashed and dead, Agni knows the next manifestation. If my father is dead and gone, Agni knows the next manifestation. That is called Jata Vedas, all-knowing. That Agni Jata Vedas, to do actions, to do karmas, to do actions, you need wife. Without wife, you can't do any action. You know that, no? You should know, you can't do action, that's all. Why? No, that's how it is, isn't it? Because you can't manufacture cloth, you can't manufacture rice, can you manufacture everything and live life by yourself? You need the others, no, that's all. So you need others. So without wife, Agni also needs a wife. And Agni has two wives. Agni has two wives. One wife name. Venkat, in the story எல்லாம் தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? உங்களுக்கும் தெரியாதா? சார் எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் வேதாந்தம் தான் சார் தெரியும். எல்லாம் we don't know. இல்லையா? We know only Vedanta. சங்கர், தெரியுமா அந்த ஸ்டோரி? தெரியாது. என்னதான் Alpana Chatterjee, do you know? No, you also don't know. யாருக்கு தான் தெரியும் இங்க? That Agni, Vijay Rangan. Obviously, you also don't know. I'm not even asking you. Yeah, you don't know. That's why any question I ask, he will put his head down first. He has two wives. The two wives is called Swada and Swaha. So one wife name is Swada, another wife name is Swaha. That is why in ancestral ceremony, you invoke the wife Swada and give it. Swaha means God. Swada means ancestor. So you give it to Agni. And when you give it to Agni, the mantra itself is very clear. What is the mantra? Address போட்டு தான் we give. We just don't go and put it in the post box without address. Mala. சும்மா போஸ்ட் பாக்ஸில் வெறும் லெட்டர் மட்டும் போட மாட்டோம், அட்ரஸோடு போடுறோம் இல்லையா? வாட் இஸ் த அட்ரஸ்? அக்னயே ஸ்வாஹா அக்னயே இதன்னமமா. இட் மீன்ஸ் வாட்? அக்னி, this is for God, addressed to the courier person is Swaha. So அவ எடுத்துன்னு போய் கொடுத்துருவோம். Swadanamastarpayami, we say. When it comes to the ancestral worship, we will not say Swaha, we will say Swadha. It means what? Address is written very clearly. So, to Agni, the address is written very clearly and given. They will take and give it. Example, inga blue dart you give your passport. Seal lam potu. What guarantee is there that he will deliver? I can track also, sir. You can track. Yeah. Still, what is the proof that it will be delivered? Yeah. Agni is the global courier service, knowing the past, present, and future. Therefore, through Agni, everything is done. This is the story. First, I explained the concept, and then I gave the story. Concept purilana kuda accept the story. Yeah. Do it. The stories are more. And then Swada is described, a beautiful description of Swada is given, a beautiful description of Swaha is given. Oh my God. What details I have gone into all this. இதெல்லாம் நீங்க எப்ப சார் படிச்சீங்கன்னு don't ask. We don't have anything else to do in life. Why did you sit and read all this? Don't ask. Because we have nothing meaningful to do in life, Narayanji. When the whole world has something meaningful to do, we have nothing meaningful to do. So we sit and do all this. So how beautiful is the description of Swaha? How beautiful is the description of Swada? You give it to them. They will take and who has delegated these duties to everybody? Who delegated these duties? Who gave all these duties? எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு boss. That CEO delegated and he will supervise. எல்லாம் கரெக்டா பண்றாங்களான்னு there is a CEO there. Who's that CEO? Who's that CEO? Brahman is that CEO. அவர் தான் supreme law. அவர் பார்த்துன்னு இருப்பார். Are you all doing it rightly? So you do it rightly, it gets distributed rightly and given rightly. How does it benefit the sun? How does it benefit the sun? It benefits the sun because the sun is showing his gratitude. How does it benefit the father? How does it benefit the father? That's what the mantra says. The mantra says, if my father has become a tree, let this become water at the root. If my father has become this, let it become that. We don't know that. It's a beautiful way of life. What a beautiful way of life it is, isn't it? See, this life is so beautiful. The Vedic life is so beautiful. They go to the ocean and they ask for forgiveness from ocean before entering. There's a beautiful prayer for that also. They say, I am going to stamp you with my feet, forgive me for doing that, and then they enter. Yeah, look at that sensitivity, look at that love and affection for everything. When they have this kind of a sensitivity, how careful they will be about everything. How meaningful and how careful they will be about everything. That Vedas have spoken about this, Shraddha, etc. Are you able to follow? So it is the thing that everybody has to do every day. That's why it's called Panchamaha Yajna Nitya Karma. The Deva, Rishi, Pitru, Manushya, Bhuta has to be done by everybody, all the sir, but can women also do? Another problem. The politics, I tell you. Man, woman doesn't make any difference. Do you feel grateful? Do you feel grateful? If you feel grateful, do. It's not, they don't worry about whether you are a male or a female. When life becomes too complicated, how does life become too complicated? You started acquiring so much. See, human beings started acquiring so much. When acquisitions became so much, division of labor became all the more important. If acquisition doesn't happen that much, division of labor is not required that much. You know that? Division of labor is important when acquisition goes on happening. Therefore, what happened? When the man started acquiring, the woman persuaded the man to acquire. When both were in the acquisition mode, they have to preserve what you have acquired, no? When you have to preserve what you have acquired, division of labor came in. They said, let men do something, let women do something. All this division of labor is not to demean man and woman and segregate between the two. It is because acquisition became so much. Acquisition, what will you do? Obligation is to maintain your acquisition, no? It's not only acquiring is not the only thing, isn't it? See, buying the car alone is not the problem. You have to clean the car every day, no? And service the car also, no? Isn't it? I will buy the car, but cleaning has to be done by somebody. How does it work? Isn't it? Oh, இவ்வளோலாம் நானே பண்ணுமா? Yes, better not acquire only. Wow, that's what Vedas wants us to do. Keep it frugal. Keep it minimal. If you have kept it minimalistic and frugalistic, everybody can sit and do adrishta karma. No division of labor exists. Are you able to follow now? Another problem will start. Sir, women should not do, no? Only man can do. Why women should not do? Where is it that women should not do? Man and women, if man doesn't acquire, women is kicking the man and saying, go and acquire and come back. Now, who has to take care of that acquisition now? Huh? Who has to take care of the acquisition? Huh? Yeah, correct. When they said, now take care of the acquisition, oh, you are denying us a few things. What kind of a logic it is? This man himself is acquiring. Dharmapatni is supposed to say what? Wife is called Dharmapatni. Dharmapatni is supposed to say what? What is Dharmapatni supposed to say? Pin drop silence now, isn't it? Nobody wants to even utter a word now. What is Dharmapatni supposed to say? Commissioner. Huh? Dharmapatni is supposed to say Dharma. Panchamaha Yajna we will do. All the Nitya Naimitya karmas ella we will do, and then we will go for acquiring. இது பண்ணாம அக்விசிஷனுக்கு போகக்கூடாது. போனா that is Naraka. Who's supposed to say that? Dharmapatni. Now Dharmapatni says, first get out now. Don't sit inside. Get out now. What to do? Therefore, whoever has gratitude, whoever feels grateful, what should they do? They should do this Panchamaha Yajna. It will benefit son, daughter, it will benefit everybody. This is answering Mala's question. Even though she didn't mean so many things, I just took off from an angle where no more this kind of questions should keep coming again and again and again. Clear? Are you able to follow? Is it clear to everybody? So do Panchamaha Yajna. Do Panchamaha Yajna every day. Do that. Do Panchamaha Yajna every day. Even if you don't understand, simply do, it will work. Because it's a medicine. You don't have to understand to go and buy a paracetamol and put it in your mouth. You don't need pharmacy PhD. You don't need a chemist. You don't need a PhD in chemistry. You don't need to be a MD, super specialist, to go to take a paracetamol and put it in your mouth. All that you have to do is what? Shraddha and put it in your mouth. It will work. Shraddha will work even if it is not a paracetamol. Placebo effect, no? It is called. Even if it is not there, it still works. You know that the trials they do. Nobody knows whether it is medicine or somebody. One half will not be given medicine. Them also, diseases are reducing to them also. Power of Sankalpa it is. Power of Sankalpa it is. Gratitude. Shastra, Rana Siddhanta comes from Shastra. Rana Siddhanta doesn't come from science. Worldly knowledges, gratitude is not necessary. Father and mother gave birth, they have to take care. Why do you have to be grateful? Because they gave birth to you without checking with you, no? Father and mother gave birth to you without checking with you. Therefore, it is their problem to take care. Why do you have to be grateful? You go to the school, you have paid the fees and studied. Why do you have to be grateful to the school teacher? You go to the doctor, you pay the surgery fees. Why do you have to be grateful to the doctor for removing the cataract? Adha payment pannittomla sir. Free ava vaangrom. You have paid. No. Why gratitude is necessary then? Drishta will prove to you that gratitude is not necessary. Adrishta will prove to you that without gratitude you will sit in misery and pain. Are you able to understand the difference? This is how it works. It's not a superstitious belief. It's not something that we are so caught up with. It's not a Vedic cult that we are stuck here. We are trying to explain. All questions are answered. Huh? Anything? I'm sorry, I'm confused. Oh, follow-up question. Huh? Follow-up question next week we will take. We don't entertain conversations here. Follow-up question next week. A question will be asked and answer will be given. They have to think about it and come back. Because anything that we say can be questioned continuously. Then it will become a one-on-one conversation. In a classroom, we can't afford to have a one-on-one conversation. Any number of questions we will take up, Amit. Any number of questions we will take up. We will take it up. We will take it up in the next session. You follow? So any answer that is given, think about it. If you want me to, if you didn't hear anything rightly, I can repeat it. Follow-up questions we will take up next week. Anything else?
Hariom.
Yes.
So this regarding this three karmas you talked about, manasam karma, vachakam karma, and kayakam karma.
Yes.
In that sense, the gross, it is the action when I do, I'll be able to control that physical action, whether harming somebody or whatever it is.
Yes.
And words also, to some extent, I'll be able to control when it crosses that limits
Yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
But when it comes to the thoughts,
Yes.
I have no control at all, because it is stemming from the previous, whatever is the carry forward, whatever the words. I'm not getting into the words per se, but
Yes.
it is beyond my approach or conception.
Correct.
How do I reconcile that with respect to these two? Out of 10, out of 8, I'll be able to manage through words and deeds. But what about thoughts? Even sometimes one thought comes, I'll be able to attend to that one. There are numerous thoughts that might come. I may not know the implication of how many thoughts are coming in, and how do I reconcile that? Like,
yeah, the question.
Out of 100 are there, one I am able to relate to, and I will try to attend to it in phased manner.
Correct.
It is becoming a sort of a pain in the background that how am I going to attend to it? How am I going to attend to it? Stopping the thoughts coming from, because that is what is
correct.
You also in a form you threaten that
Chitragupta is making note.
Sir, no, sir. You said that camera. You talked about the Chitragupta and camera.
Correct.
It is totally restless. I'm,
Yes.
I don't know how to say that. That is background. It is going on. I thought I'll ask this.
Yeah, correct. First thing, Shankar saying, Bhai Dingo class. Stop frightening us in the class. Stop threatening us and stop frightening us in the class. Camera, CCTV, Chitragupta, all that is giving me sleepless nights. I will teach properly without creating panic and fear in us. Kolatur. It's okay. Few days sleeplessness. It's okay. Nothing will happen. Yeah. Few days of sleepless nights is good. Okay. Thoughts. Controlling the words. Sorry, controlling the actions, controlling the words, and controlling the thoughts. Manasam karma, vachikam karma, kayakam karma. The first two seems to be manageable. Okay. Third, nothing can be done about it at this current moment.
Yes.
At this current moment, nothing we are able to do about it. Not only I am not able to do nothing about it, you have also threatened by consequences. So not only I am not able to do anything about it, camera aware is catching everything. Looks like a sure recipe for Naraka. Ipo ennada sir pannum. Now what to do now? Question. Kolatur. Answer. இதுக்கு ஆன்சர் இப்போ கொடுக்குறோம். How do you control your action? By stopping the action or by plunging into different action? How do you control anything? He said by forcefully stopping or doing something else. How do you control?
Redirecting.
That's all. Mechanism of control is redirecting. Manasam karma, vachikam karma, kayakam karma. Formula is the same. Formula of control is not suppressing, not pushing it under the carpet. The formula of control is by redirecting it. Are you okay? Is everyone okay? What is the formula of control? Formula of control is not stopping it, because you just cannot stop. Actions cannot be stopped. Words cannot be stopped. Thoughts cannot be stopped. Control doesn't mean stopping. Control means redirecting. That's a formula. Redirecting it is what we call as control. Control doesn't mean stopping. Correct? It is easy to redirect at the level of the action. Slightly difficult redirect at the level of words. Almost impossible to redirect at the level of thought. That is the question. Are you okay till now? It is easy to redirect at the level of the action. Understand the sequence. We have studied and we have understood the sequence. Vasana, thought, desire, action. Vasana, thought, desire, action is the sequence. When you are redirecting the action, what are you redirecting? The vasana itself. So by continuously redirecting it in action over a period of time, thought will stop. You cannot directly control the thought alone. Don't try to control the thought. What is control? What? Who will control the thought? Who will control the thought? What is going to control the thought? So that's why in Vedanta we don't do thought control. Other people are trying in the name of meditation. What are they trying? They are trying to control thought. In Vedanta, we don't believe in thought control. We believe in redirecting actions. When actions are redirected continuously over a period of time, the thoughts itself stops. Are you able to follow? Human beings in a hurry, in a greed, we want to stop thought straight away. It's just greed, that's all. It's just greed, nothing else. It's a plain greed where you want to stop thought directly. How can you stop thought directly? It is not possible. Because we have not understood the sequence at all. What is the sequence? Vasana, manifest and unmanifest. Drishta and adrishta. Manifest and unmanifest. Manifest is thought, desire, action. When thought, desire, and action goes into unmanifest form, it becomes a vasana. Action produces vasana. Vasana drives action. It's two pedals to the cycle. Of the two pedals to a cycle, which one you can manage? From action only we can manage. That is why Vedanta is always about action. Vedanta is always about action. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jadudishtatya akarmakrit. The tamo guna in a human being is so predominant now. What we thought, machines la vanda onne, I thought everybody will become sattvic and self-realized. More and more machines have come, human beings have become more and more tamasic by nature, because we have developed an aversion to action. We just don't want to do anything and control the thoughts. Machines are doing everything, then what will we do? Because we have developed, what is tamoguna? An aversion to action. Tamoguna. Are you able to follow? Follow through. So, aversion to action is a very big problem now. Mityacharasya uchyate. We studied that. Recent, I don't know where we studied recently. Somewhere we studied. Yeah, hypocrisy, all that we studied. No, I don't know where we studied recently. It looks so fresh in my brain.
Yesterday.
Huh? Yesterday, va? Oh, நேத்திக்கு தான் படிச்சுமா? நேத்திக்கு படிச்சுட்டு இன்னைக்கு கேள்வி கேட்குறீங்களா? Give one knock at your head. Yeah. நேரா இருந்தா I would have given, isn't it? 24 hours another question. புரியுதா? You can constantly redirect your actions. By constantly redirecting your actions, which is called Panchamaha Yajna, Yajna Karma, etc., Karma Yoga, etc. By doing that constantly, in turn, what reduces? In turn, what reduces? The intensity of the desire reduces. When the intensity of the desire reduces, the thoughts stop by itself. When thoughts stop by itself, you are growing. When you try to consciously suppress the thought, insanity it is. You will become insane very soon, because it will come out with tremendous force. It will come out with. That's why people, few years of spiritual practices, that suddenly they become so indulgent. Suddenly you can see them going to the other extreme and doing some weird thing they end up doing. Why? Which under normal circumstances they would not have done. Why? The mind just takes over. Are you able to follow? Therefore, thought control is not a practice at all. Action control means directing the actions. Second control, Bhagavad Gita la rende control dhaan pesirukkranga. Sense control they have spoken about. Action control they have spoken about. Thought, word control they have spoken about. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam. Up to word control, Krishna has come. Thought control, he never said anything about thought control. Upanishads doesn't talk about thought control. Bhagavad Gita doesn't talk about thought control. Bhajagovindam doesn't talk about thought control. In Vedanta, in Vedas, we don't talk about thought control at all. Why? Because redirecting can happen at the level of action and word. When you start actually redirecting it at the level of action and word, you will find thought itself not arising. They don't arise at all. That is the growth. Are you able to follow? Therefore, thought control, how can you do thought control? You cannot do thought control. Breath control you can do. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah. Lung exercises you can do. Thought control you cannot do. Isn't it? Yeah. You can sharp vision you can develop. Yeah. Meditation you can do. Thought control cannot happen. That's why in Vedanta we always talk about redirecting the word, redirecting the action. And human being will not want to do both. Human being wants to redirect at the level of thought. Tamas it is. Tamoguna it is. What is tamoguna? What is tamoguna? Trying to do that which you can never ever do and stopping. That's tamoguna. What is tamoguna? Trying to do that which cannot be done at all, and then you stop it. That's tamoguna. Are you able to follow? Tamasic action, 18th chapter. No. Taking it up beyond your capacity, not knowing what your capacity is, not knowing what you can do. You take up things that which you cannot do and then come back and complain it doesn't work. Are you able to follow? Therefore, that is tamoguna, that is. Two things of Tamoguna. Ella combined. Tamoguna package Narayana. Tamoguna package get scared. Don't worry about thoughts. Chitragupta, don't get scared. Get scared about the Tamoguna package. At least I get scared about Tamoguna package. I see any Tamoguna package, I will be thinking inside, how are they even going to survive? And the other person doesn't even feel anything. That's the tragedy of the whole thing. They don't even know. Ignorance is Ananda, no? Ignorance is Paramananda, it is. I don't not only ordinary Ananda, it is. It is Paramananda, it is. Ignorance is bliss, they say. Are you able to follow? What is the package of Tamoguna? Taking it up beyond one's, taking up things without any reference to one's ability, capacity, aversion to doing that which ought to be, aversion to doing that which ought to be done. Clear, isn't it? Tamogunitis. You follow? Therefore, there is no practice for directing. There is no practice for directing. There is no practice for thought to control. There is practice only for directing actions. The directing actions is called the combination of karma bhakti. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga combination is directing actions. That's called karma bhakti combination. Second is vak tapas. Vangmayam tapas uchyate. He said, this is called vak tapas, he says. Chinta tapasnu or sollave illa Bhagavad Gita. Thought tapasnu or erthala kuda illa. I have, to whatever extent I have studied this Sanskrit book, this Vedic things, I tried to figure out engayavadu thought tapas irukudanu. Thought tapasnu eduvume illa. And everybody is only asking for thought. Thoughtless-ஆ இருக்கும்போது தான் thought பத்தி கேட்கிறோம் இல்லையா? Thoughtful-ஆ இருக்கும்போது we will worry about what to do. Thoughtless-ஆ இருந்தா தான் you will ask about thought. If you are thoughtful, பழுத்தூர். Thoughtful-ஆ இருந்தா what will you ask?
What to do?
About action. கர்மயோகா. அது பண்ணினே இருக்கணும். கர்மயோகா வந்தாச்சுன்னா கர்மா பக்தியில what is the way? Keep doing. How long? Keep doing. How long? The moment you ask the question, how long, greed has entered. Greed has entered already. எவ்வளோ நாள் சார் பண்ணினே இருக்கிறது? Greed has entered already. Because somewhere you want to stop it. No, that's why you're asking how long. When you ask the question, how long, you are asking when it will stop. You will not ask when it will stop. You will ask, how long should I do? So one day if I say 5 years, na abada. Oh, 5 years avuma. Maybe I should try some other person who can make it to 3 years. Somebody will say 3 years. Then your mind will say, then I should try somebody who will make it 1 year. Oh, 1 year avuma. Then the mind will say, try somebody with 6 months. And finally you will ask for what? Ippo. Just now, sir. Is there a method? Now, Krishna says, if you come to know that such method, tell me, I will also like to learn. Yeah, Krishna will come and tell you, if you have found any method like that, tell me. But there is no method like that. It just doesn't work like that. Are you able to follow? Therefore, for how long? Yeah. Shraddha ceremony, how long should we do, sir? That's the problem, isn't it? In any action, we always ask this question of how long? How long should I be married, sir? When will I get freedom? How long should I do my obligations? When will it stop? Will it ever stop at all? Oh, you actually want to stop your obligations? Yes. Stop taking. Stop taking. Don't go and ask. Don't go and beg. Don't go and fall at the feet of others. As long as you are going and falling at the feet of others, make me happy, na, you have to keep serving. You go and fall at the feet of devil, telling me, make me happy, na, you have to serve the devil. Obligation. If I don't want to serve the devil, na, don't pay attention to, don't go and ask. But we go on. No, sir, for practical life, no. Idallam theory, it is okay, sir. But practical life, then forget it. Practical life, keep trying. The Panchamaha Yajna, Rina Siddhanta should become, you have to make it practical. Seriya? Are you okay? Palatur. Vijay Rangan, solunga.
Sir, actually, this thought can be compared with energy, sir, because energy cannot be destroyed, neither is destroyed nor created. So these thoughts are, we can we can equate with energy. So this case, we cannot control thoughts absolutely, right, sir?
Yes.
How it is reducing, sir?
The fuel to the energy is coming from where? Reduce the fuel, energy reduces. The fuel. See, where is the fuel coming from? It is fueled by something, no?
Yes.
Reduce the fuel. Agni la katai போடுறத நிப்பாட்டணும். In Agni, stop feeding the Agni, it will die down. I can't keep feeding the Agni and ask how to die, how the Agni will die down. For the Agni to die down, you can't pour water. Stop.
Stop feeding.
Stop feeding. Stop feeding it. What is the way to stop feeding it? Redirecting it to Karma Yoga. Redirecting it to Panchamaha Yajna. Redirecting it to Karma Yoga, redirecting it to Panchamaha Yajna is the method by which the fuel is reduced. Fuel reduce panna speed குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே போயிடும். That's how it reduces. Is it okay, Vijay Rangan? Yeah. வேற ஏதாவது இருக்கா? 11th chapter முடிக்க விட மாட்டேன்றாங்க. I don't think we are going to finish this chapter 11. I don't know. The law of Sankalpa. Please explain and elaborate the law of Sankalpa. Amit. The law of Sankalpa means the power of thought. Okay. You understand share market, no? Huh? You know share market, Amit? One share you buy, you have some holding. 100 shares you buy, you have that many holding. Million shares you buy, you have that many holding. Sole proprietor, na? All the shares. Are you okay? Each and every thought is one share. Each and every thought is like one share. If you have deposited 100 thoughts, it means you have bought 100 shares. According to the number of shares, profit and loss will be calculated. This is not my example. This is Swami Ramatirtha's example. Law of Sankalpa Patti Pesumbodhu, he gives this beautiful example. I'm borrowing that example from Ramatirtha. This is called the law of Sankalpa, power of thought. Power of thought can be beneficial or destructive. Power of thought can be beneficial or it can be destructive. When it is beneficial, it is called prayer. Beneficial thought is called prayer. What is the harmful thought? Curse. Are you able to follow? One thought can be, that person can be happy and welfare. Another thought could be, person deserves some punishment, sir. Are you able to follow? This is called the law of Sankalpa. Depending on the number of thoughts, that we deposit, it works. That's why in layperson terms also we say the power of prayer, we say, no? The power of prayer comes from where? Sankalpa it is. Sankalpa Sakti. Why do we go and fall at the feet of the gurus, the Mahatmas, the elderly person, the wise one? Why do we go and fall at their feet? When I go and fall at their feet, they say, Sukhi Bhava. When they say Sukhi Bhava, it means when they bless you, that blessings will work. Power of Sankalpa it is. Ordinary person saying it will not work. The power of Sankalpa has to be there. It means selflessness. That much of selflessness is required. Selfless thought has a different effect. Selfish thought has a different effect. This is called power of Sankalpa. It's very easy to understand. Law of Sankalpa means selfish thought will have a different effect. Selfless thought will have a different effect. Is it okay, Amit? It has a different effect. One is beneficial, another is harmful. Supposing if I am a mixture of selfish and if I am a mixture, accordingly the result also will be Mishram. Trividam Karmanah Palam, 18th chapter. We have to wait. Because nobody wants to meet every day. Everybody wants to meet only once a week. Yeah. If people have time to meet every day, morning and evening, 18 chapters, we can finish it in so fast. But where is the time? So, ஒரு நாளா போறதுனால goods வண்டி மாதிரி will go. What is the law of Sankalpa? The power of selfish thought, the power of unselfish thought, the power of selfless thought. All put together in one word is called power of Sankalpa. Yeah, the next one. Following Dharma Shastra seems like the path of karma for liberation. Why does it need to be followed in the path of bhakti and jnana? Amit. Very good question. The Dharma Shastra seems to be the path of karma marga. Why? Oh, the path of liberation, why does this come in? It's called Jnana Yogyata. It is Dharma Shastra that gives you Jnana Yogyata. Without Dharma Shastra, without Karma Marga, you will not have Jnana Yogyata. Lokesmin Vivida Nishta Pura Prokta Mayanaga Jnana Yogena Sankyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Verse number 3, chapter 3, Bhagavad Gita. He said, in the initial stages, when you are a yogi, you have to do Karma Yoga. When you are a sannyasi, you do Jnana Yoga. When you are a yogi, don't try that practice. It will not work out. Verse number 3, chapter 3. Arjuna asked this question. Why are you asking me to do this karma when you are talking about jnanam? Ellam jnanam dana ponum. Easy marga, no, that is straight away I can get to the ultimate. No, why this winding path of karma and torturous winding path of karma? Jnana yogyata has to happen. So it is Dharma Shastra, Karma Marga that prepares you for Jnanam. Chitta Shuddhi will come. Without Chitta Shuddhi, Jnanam will become intellectual entertainment. Amit. Without Chitta Shuddhi, Jnana Yoga, Vedanta lectures will be a sheer intellectual entertainment. That's all. No transformation will happen. If you really want transformation to happen, Chitta Shuddhi is important. And that Chitta Shuddhi will come through Dharma Shastra lifestyle, Karma Marga lifestyle. Are you able to understand the connection now? Without this, liberation is not possible. Without this, it will be a mere intellectual entertainment. Not only it will be an entertainment, without Chitta Shuddhi, studying Vedanta, you will become a Rakshasa. You will become a devil quoting the scriptures. You will become a Rakshasa. That's why Jnana Adhikari, the concept of Adhikaritva, you will become a Rakshasa. Devil quoting the scriptures. one statement that got stuck in my head so deeply is long back he said, exposing this Vedanta to you all people is so dangerous, he said once. Exposing people to Vedanta is so dangerous. Rakshas are only going to come out. No. Then why do it only in the first place? What else to do? You follow? Amit. Therefore, Karma Marga alone will give Chitta Shuddhi. Without Chitta Shuddhi, it will be an intellectual entertainment. Jnanam will become a Rakshasa. Because you think you are above law, you can do anything and get away with it. That's why the danger of Jnana Marga is that. Therefore, the sequence is very clear. Live a dharmic life, live a life of Karma Yoga, Yajna Karma, Chitta Shuddhi, Jnana Marga, Moksha. It's called Krama. Krama means sequential. Krama Mukti, it is called. You go through sequence. That Krama, going through the sequence one day will result in Jivan Mukti. One more we'll take up and we'll conclude. Yes, அடுத்த question கொடுங்க. What is redirection at level of words? It sounds similar to redirecting at level of thoughts. We don't redirect at level of thoughts at all. We redirect at the level of action and word. What is redirecting at the level of words? What is redirecting at the level of words? In my vocabulary, I have a clarity on what words I will use, with what tone I will use. Again, the words, what is redirecting the words? Redirecting the words is the vocabulary, the tone, isn't it? Word will be the same. Tone gives a different meaning, no? Do you understand? That is not thought. That is redirecting at the level of words. Satyam, Anudvekakaram, Satyam, Priyam, Hitam. Hitam, na the tone. Priyam means the words has to be a pleasant word. Yeah. Pleasant word. Anudvekakaram means it is intended at the welfare. It is intended at the welfare. Anudvekakaram, Satyam. Satyam means truth. Intended the welfare. It is truth. It is Priyam. It is Hitam. Forget Satyam and Anudvekakaram. At least focus on these two. Yeah. Tone na Hitam. Hitam ma irukonu they say. Yeah. Hitam. It is Hitam and Priyam. The friend says idiot. The neighbor says idiot. Difference. What is the difference? There's a difference, no? There's a difference, isn't it? My friend will call me. I'll say I'll come at 12 o'clock and I'll go at 3 o'clock. He will say come at 12 o'clock. I'll go at 3 o'clock. So as soon as I enter at 3 o'clock, he will not put garland. What he will tell me? What he will tell me? Something he will tell me, which I can't say in this classroom, isn't it? Something he will tell me which cannot be shared in a public platform like this. You laugh at it. Will you say from today onwards our friendship is cut and will you come back? You will go hug him, you will irritate him more. In that irritation, he will scream more. He more abusive words he will use. More and more abusive words he uses. More and more you laugh because the intentions are established there already. What is the intention that is already established? Friendship is already established there. Supposing apartment welfare association meeting, you should go and see. Do you live in an apartment or an individual house, Amit? Apartment, no? If you are living in an apartment, go for their annual general body meetings and see what happens there. No priyam, no hitam, hitting each other, chairs flying, abusing each other. Groups, you can see the heat going up and down, isn't it? How do I know? Because I'm part of a group. My phone gets heated up because of that group messages only, isn't it? Otherwise, priyam, hitam. Now, this is called Vangmayam tapasuchyate. You can be careful about the word. You can be careful about the word. You can be careful about the tone. There's no redirecting thoughts here. It is consciously practicing something at the level of word. Chariya? With this, we conclude for today. We'll continue next week.